Two disclaimers I would like to put Brett Wiggins before. The first one is we are going to note the scandals. There are scandals for both the director and Kevin Spacey. We know it. That is not what this show is about. I think I've listened. I do a lot of research from other podcasts and like competing podcasts that would like to be the cover.
Yeah.
That are not the cover.
They're like almost as cool of us.
They focus more on what happened.
Here's where most of them mess up. They're listed as a movie podcast.
Yeah, dude.
That's step one.
Yeah. Cover a book every once in a while.
Idiots.
Read a book every once in a while.
Read a book.
Welcome to The Cover, where three Hoosier friends judge books by their covers and movies by their trailers.
That's right. I'm Brett, here with my fellow Indiana natives, Remington and Marcus, ready to dive into the stories that keep us up all night and occasionally put us to sleep.
Whether you're a bookworm, movie buff, or just here for the witty banter, we've got you covered.
Each week, we'll dissect a different book or movie, sharing fun facts, hot takes, and moments that make Marcus cry. Spoiler alert, we're not experts, but we're definitely opinionated.
From literary masterpieces to blockbuster flops, nothing is safe from our snarky reviews and wild tangents. Who knew Hoosiers could be this entertaining?
So grab your popcorn and reading glasses because we're about to embark on a hilarious journey through the pages and screens that shape our lives. Or at least our weekends.
You're listening to The Cover. Let's get the show on the road before one of our kids wakes up.
Done it. He pressed the button.
This was the poster, by the way, for the movie back in '95.
Yeah.
Is it
makes
all
total
five
sense.
of them lined up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good one. Hey, welcome to The Cover Podcast. We started already. You weren't here for it, though. I would usually say I'm your host, Brett Wiggins, but I want to remind you, April 25th, Royal Rumble. Just kidding.
The Royal Rumble.
Books and Brews live recording. Remember the Titans. We're going to be there. You should be there too. 7 p.m. start time, live recording our 100th episode. Remington, heard you share a stat that, what was it? Like 20% of podcasts get to episode 25 or something like that?
Oh, no.
It's like episode 7.
Less than 5% make it past episode 7, and then like less than 1% make it past 20.
So, man, what do you think 100?
It's got to be small.
Smaller than that. So
sounds like Brett.
It has nothing to do with it being good or not. Hey, you think there's any?
That's for sure. If we've proven anything, the podcast does not have to be good to be for the longevity of the podcast.
That's a good point.
I want to listen to a podcast episode of like a 1-star podcast that has 500 episodes.
Yeah,
that'd be.
No, you don't.
How far do you think I'd get? How far would I get?
I don't know. You've got a friend. Wasn't it Brian Neal that has like the longest standing, or somebody in your circle has like a
sales podcast?
Yeah.
I think, right?
Yeah, longest running sales podcast
like
in
before
podcast history.
Right, before a podcast were podcasts, just recording content. And
this is their 20th year.
Yeah.
I thought you
as
were
a
just
podcast.
about because we were talking about bad podcasts to listen to, and you're like, "Don't you have a friend?" And then you said the name. I'm like, "Oh," but that's not a bad podcast.
It's not a bad podcast.
That's not a bad podcast. Shout out Blind Zebra, future advertisers
Advanced Selling Podcast.
Oh, I thought they had a new name. You were just about to announce.
No,
sorry.
No. Blind Zebra is the name of the company.
Hey,
He's
man.
an NFL official, but the Advanced Selling Podcast is the podcast we're talking about.
Any word on them being like full-time employees or anything? They still got their own.
I have no idea.
That's one of the most weird
when we
NFL
sat down
ever.
when we sat down a couple of weeks ago, we did not talk about the NFL. So I don't know the answer.
Well, sounds like a Colts fan who knows Daniel Jones is out for a while. But anyway, be at Books and Brews. Live recording starts at 7 p.m. We do have a special beer on tap. It is Sunshine. Sunshine. It's an IPA. You're going to drink it. You're going to like it. I'm allergic.
He's getting beat like he stole something.
Won't.
Here's the deal. Sunshine is the MVP of that team and of that game.
Yes.
He definitely is a rock star of that game. Most improved. He was voted
ways.
most improved.
He played 2 ways.
As a quarterback.
And got like 17 blocks on that last run.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
Dude, he was just putting people to the side.
So this beer is
Tough.
dedicated to
It's gonna
him.
be tough.
Yeah.
But a little spicy. You know what I'm saying?
A little spicy.
It's spicy.
It's a little spicy.
He does kiss Gary Bertier.
Yeah.
Colin Kaepernick.
You know what I want.
The only difference is he liked it.
You guys see this whole thing about this guy that got kicked off the Chicago Bulls because he spoke out against
Yes.
Jaden Ivey.
Jaden Ivey.
Okay. I haven't been following the NBA enough to know this cat. But what I do know is that Colin Kaepernick did the same thing on the other side of the aisle and didn't get picked up by a team because he wasn't good enough to overcome his locker room
This is
issues.
definitely a two things. He has been underwhelming. He's at Purdue. He was amazing.
Yeah.
It's great. If he was performing,
Oh, that's how I know that cat.
If he was performing, it would probably be a slap on the wrist. If he was a good hang, it would be a slap on the wrist.
Correct.
But it was like, dude,
yeah, like
we
Russell
got-
Wilson,
we
man.
got-
Like he's
we-
kind of a weirdo.
Yeah, we got an
Kind of-
excuse to
not,
let
not
this
saying
guy
this
go.
guy is. I'm just saying like
Yeah.
most people who this happens to is because they're not good enough to overcome
And
their
I think
own
people also
obstacles.
confuse free speech with freedom of consequence. Like
Correct.
you
That's
still,
that's right.
yeah, you still get the
You're
consequence.
employed, whatever.
And by the way, if you really believe in what you said, which I believe he does, he shouldn't complain about the consequence.
The
Like,
one person I couldn't ever figure out though in all of this is Tebow, because Tebow is a freak athlete. How could no team figure out how to use him? Like, why are we not
Did
trying
he
to figure out a
want-
halfback
I think
option?
he
a
want
tight
to
end?
because he wanted to be
Did he
I
quarterback.
know
want
he
to?
wanted to be, but did any team say, "Hey, it's not going to happen"? But try
the
this to stay on the
Patriots
team.
tried.
Probably.
The Patriots tried some
At tight
stuff.
end?
I don't know what they tried, but they tried non-quarterback things.
I mean, look at what's his face from New Orleans, Hill,
yeah, Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill.
Now that is a Sean Payton. I don't. Does anybody else use him like Sean Payton? Did the new coach even keep him?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh
really?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been MVP worthy for that team.
Maybe he's a great hang.
He won games for that team the last 2 years.
Timeout. Kirk Cousins signed with the Raiders.
That's what I heard.
So crazy.
he has to be.
So does that mean they're not going after?
No, they are.
They are. So that's great. That's a great move.
It is a great
but
move.
they paid him, I think.
So
They did.
Well,
That's-
no,
that's what
but
doesn't
It's
make
like
sense.
another
But then-
$170
but then-
but you
million.
don't have to pay the rookie.
Yeah.
Shefty just put in the description. It's actually only $20 million this year. He said essentially it's a 1-year contract. I don't understand what it means, but he signed like 3 years, 100 and something.
Yeah.
But then in the description it says it's only this. So maybe it's because some
like
other team
tiered or
owes him.
something,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, all of his money for Atlanta, I think, was guaranteed, just like it was.
It's like
for Minnesota.
99% of his money.
Yeah.
Like the 340 of his 380 is guaranteed money.
Good for that cat. Yeah. Good for him. You like that?
You know what? He's a likable guy. That's why he keeps on getting on teams. He's
Yeah,
a leader.
he's a
People
good
want to be around
teammate.
him. He's a great teammate.
That's right.
He's just cannot win the big game. I love him. He just cannot win that big game.
That 1 year when they had a bunch of miracles, his last year in Minnesota, I think, if they were going to win something, it was going to be that year. If you didn't win
How
that
do
year,
you feel if you're Minnesota watching the Seahawks right now? All the decisions you've made.
and the Colts, to be honest.
No.
Yeah, Daniel Jones was in the building.
Oh, watching the Colts? No, they just got a Super Bowl MVP.
Yes,
They gave up for a kid who like should not even be on that team.
my
That's my
point is
point.
yes, and Daniel Jones. I am your host. I'm not Daniel Jones. I'll also be your host on April 25th. Be there. Facebook invite. Check it out. As always, to my left is
Marcus Mangus.
yes, he is, and sitting to my right is Sir.
Remington Ramsey.
We answer 9 questions sometimes every week about one of your favorite books or movies. Sir Remington, what are we covering?
Following a truck hijack in New York, 5 criminals are arrested and brought together for questioning. As none of them are guilty, they plan revenge operation against the police. The operation goes well, but then the influence of the legendary mastermind criminal called Kaiser Söze is felt. It becomes clear that each one of them is wronged Söze at some point and must pay back now. The payback job leaves 27 men dead in a boat explosion, but the real question arises now. Who actually is Kaiser Söze? This movie is The Usual Suspects, 1995, R rating, 1 hour, 46 minutes, starring Kevin Spacey, Gabriel Byrne, Chaz Palminteri, Stephen Baldwin, Benicio del Toro, and director Bryan Singer.
If you've never seen this movie, you should probably watch it before listening to
Correct.
this podcast.
2 disclaimers I would like to
Yeah,
put Brett
yeah.
Wiggins before. The first one is we are going to note the scandals. There are scandals for both the director and Kevin Spacey. We know it. That is not what this show is about. I think I've listened. I do a lot of research from other podcasts and like competing podcasts that would like to be the cover, that are not the cover.
They're like almost as cool of us.
They focus more on what happened.
Here's where most of them mess up. They're listed as a movie podcast.
yeah, dude.
That's step one.
Yeah, cover a book every once in a while.
Idiots.
Read a book every once in a while.
Read a book.
You know.
I read it once.
I will say this.
In a book.
It's impossible to bring up Kevin Spacey without talking about it. So it's not like we weren't going to talk about it, but it's not going to be the focal point of the show. Second thing. What did I say?
You said there were two things.
Okay, but
the second thing would be the
second disclaimer.
Watch
this movie before you listen to it because there are spoilers that we would not want to give away.
And I will tell you from experience, watching it blind the first time, amazing.
Fantastic.
Amazing ending. Great after that too, but I don't want to ruin that for you. Marcus, we haven't covered what we're drinking in a while, and this deserves it. So can you share?
I agree with what he just said about the drink.
Yeah,
by the way, next time put 14 of those cherries in mine.
I did not I didn't come with any there's no name for this specifically.
It's the unusual drink.
Yeah, the unusual drink. It's essentially an old-fashioned, but for the sweetener, we did a coffee liqueur and then a little bit of the cherry juice as well. The cherry juice is from the Woodford cherries specifically. So Woodford,
a hint of Woodford.
cherry.
You would say that this
coffee
drink
liqueur
has a twist.
Coffee liqueur. That's right. It has a twist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, pause the episode. Go watch it.
Pause
it. Go watch it. Thanks for your commitment to the drink almost every week, Marcus. It's great. Hey, we are missing producer Nate. He's enjoying vacation.
Skiing on Easter Sunday.
Colorado.
I've seen the dude ski.
Me too.
Big man can ski.
Me too.
Yeah.
So
you know who cannot ski?
You.
This guy.
Dude, I love snowboarding.
Dude, I remember
love snowboarding.
Ryan and maybe it might have been Ryan and Nate. It's like my first run, and I hadn't skied in a decade. Right?
But at least you had skied at some point.
I know how to ski. I was in like a ski club.
Was this the ski trip you guys have taken before?
We only took it once, but it was really
fun.
Okay.
It was 5 couples before. I think you might have had a kid.
We had 2 kids. She was pregnant with...
But you didn't bring them.
She was pregnant with Quinn.
Oh, we actually had 2 pregnant people on that trip.
Yeah.
But it was before we had all the kids.
Nate and Shelly were pregnant with Hadley, and we were pregnant with Quinn.
So it's like, hey guys, how can we get our pregnant wives to hang out while we go have fun?
Yeah. Well, they did hang out together. We had a blast, dude. We laughed so much.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Marty and I competed about who knew the most Disney trivia. It was great. It was fantastic.
I would love that. That'd be fun. I'm a big snow, but Riley does not water ski.
Yeah.
And she's never snow skied, but she was like, I feel like I enjoy the snow skiing better because you just get up and keep going.
It does not translate. That's where I went wrong because I've water skied my entire life. I thought it was going to be good.
It's very
now,
different.
I will say snowboarding and wakeboarding do translate to some extent.
Really?
Yeah.
The balance,
getting up is always going to be your
the balance a little bit is the same.
I didn't have anyone so I think everyone just assumed because I was so confident that I'd be fine and no one taught me. Once you start on the bunny hill.
Did they teach you how to stop?
The pizza slice thing, no one taught me that. So I'm just like flying. I'm flying. By the end, I was okay, but I was already concussed.
This is awesome.
That was part of my so
trial by fire.
It's like the first run, and I'm following Ryan down. He's like, hey, do you want to do this double black diamond? I'm like, sure, why not?
The most Marcus answer ever.
And we're going through snow that no one's touched yet, so we're sinking down in it.
He's like, "Isn't this awesome?" You're like, "Yeah."
We're dodging trees, and I'm just like praying to God that I don't die. Like haven't skied. It is like the most Marcus thing ever. Like, haven't skied in a decade. Hey, no one else wants to do this with me, Marcus. Do you want to? I'm like, yeah, why not?
But all these guys, I distinctly remember because I finally got good enough to like stay up by the end of the thing, but I had fallen backwards so many times it hit in my head that I had to be concussed. So I distinctly remember watching all 4 of the guys ahead of me just doing these little bunny hops and like And I'm like, all right. So I literally just do it behind them. They're going down this mountain. I'm falling like every 15 feet on the same mountain. It was bad.
I remember the day after I snowboarded for the first time, I could not sit down
because
I had fallen so many
Were
times.
you in
on
like
my
a
butt.
ski? I was in a ski club my senior year.
I went with the cool kids and rich kids who were in the ski
So
club.
where
Yeah.
would that have been? Like you
Swiss
guys had
Valley is
we
where
went
we
to
went.
Swiss Valley.
is that a fake mountain?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Big
So
hill.
how many of those are in I mean, the ones in
Michigan.
That's
Cincinnati-
Michigan, just
okay,
over the
so
border.
there's
of Michigan.
none actually in Indiana.
Well,
right?
there's one in Bloomington.
Is there?
Where's
Paoli.
Paoli Peaks?
Paoli Peaks is
Paoli
in
Peaks.
Paoli. Yeah.
And then Perfect North is technically
Cincinnati suburbs. I think it is
Cincinnati,
Indiana.
Well, Lawrenceburg is often counted
Right.
in your Cincinnati suburbs, which is Indiana.
yeah,
But
Yep.
Michigan, they're hills, but it's fun.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
fun.
I've never been to like a Timber Ridge. I've never been.
I think that's
any of
totally
those.
something we should do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. But
Okay.
let's go to Colorado.
Okay.
book it,
Yeah.
book it. Hey, what'd you know going
we can
into
do it around Sundance.
I had seen this movie before.
Yeah, this is shocking.
In my notes, I had round of applause.
Yeah.
Uh,
When was that? Like as a kid?
no, recent. I mean, within the last 5 years, probably. Not as good the second time knowing about Söze, because I didn't realize how big of a whoa at the end that was for me.
So you forgot?
No, I knew,
Yeah.
but that's what I'm saying. Like second time around, didn't have the same impact.
Sure.
As the first time. But yeah, had seen it before. Marcus, had you seen it before? I'm assuming yes.
Definitely have seen it before, but did not remember a lot of the details. I just vividly remembered the ending.
I just always remember the limp turning into a normal
Correct.
walk. Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's such an epic
So I knew-
twist that it overshadows almost everything else of the movie, especially if you watch it as a younger kid.
It's almost like I was waiting for it
Totally.
the whole time.
I wrote that down
instead
as
of,
a note.
Like,
I was
paying
like,
attention.
it's such an epic twist. Like you're like, I can't wait for the reveal.
Yeah.
But you have to like build up to it.
So what's funny is Jessica was talking to me about the meeting. We were doing a date night on Saturday. She's talking to me a little bit about the movie, and as she was talking to me about it, I was like, I can't remember if I've seen this or not. Then we start watching it, and I'm like, I know what happens,
Yeah.
but I don't remember how we get there.
Yeah.
So that was
And it's also coming off of 80s crime movies where you could confuse this movie with other movies. LA Confidential's
Totally.
in there, mid 90s.
I get a lot of them conflated because I've only seen them like one time each, and
Yeah.
they're
Did you
very
say
similar.
conflated?
No, I didn't graduate.
Conflated, yeah.
Conflated?
Conflated, so that's confused and inflated.
Sure,
Conflated, the rhetoric major.
I'm
Is your
pretty-
degree in
Conflated
rhetoric?
is a
Rhetoric,
lot
yeah.
a lot of thoughts.
What?
Conflated would be like a lot of thoughts.
I'll be honest.
all at once.
I can't define it for you. I'm
No,
just
no,
I'm
no.
just pretty sure that I
More-
used
by
it.
the way,
The king of using
More
words, he doesn't know
important
the
to know how to
definitions
use
pretty sure that I used it
More
correctly.
important to know how to use it than to define it. You define it, you're a freaking nerd. You know how to use it? It's
more important.
Awesome. It is more important. It is. It
Don't
is.
look it up. Just be confident.
I want to make sure.
He's looking it up.
Can
Remember when you couldn't spell last episode?
so typically when I do this and I look it up, I'm like, wow, that was exactly the right word.
Yep.
Okay. Conflated means to blend or combine two or more distinct ideas,
Nailed
texts, or
it.
concepts into
Right
one,
on.
often resulting in
Nailed
an
it.
unintended
Right on.
confusion or blurred distinctions.
I'd say you nailed
So
it.
the other day we were talking about our
Boom.
kids and them reading books and how like it's better because they use better language, they have better rhetoric, they have
Yeah.
better vocabulary.
Oh, absolutely.
And I was thinking about myself. And I read 24 books a year, and I cannot tell you that my vocabulary is better. I don't think I use more words.
I think it matters what you're reading.
for sure.
It for sure matters what
I mean,
you're
I'm reading Little Women right now, and it's like she's trying to set a record for how awesome she is with her words.
Yeah, well, but that was just the vocabulary
but
of
that's
the day.
crazy. Who talks like that?
Our vocabulary, like we've gotten so much more stupid.
Yeah, I can buy that.
Like the idea that
More stupid,
like,
stupider.
huh? We have gotten.
think they both work.
They both are fine.
2 O's.
Well, actually, like one of the reasons that Trump resonates so well
Is
is
his
because he
dumbed-down rhetoric.
talks at like a 4th grade level.
Dude, that's why Hermose's big. So
And he writes at like a
Alex
4th grade
Hermose
level.
writes at a 5th grade level. He writes something and then he runs it through AI like a million times until it's 5th grade level, and then he sells it. and he's huge.
Yeah, it's a way,
and he's good. Like he is good.
He works out.
It's a way to be popular, but it absolutely dumbs down society. So using a word like conflated, it says quite a bit more. Like it's more descriptive.
Totally. In
right?
one word versus
with one word.
Yeah.
It's much more eloquent. We should be speaking that way.
So
but
here's my
you're
question.
not going to know that word if you're not reading it or if it's
okay.
not
But here's my
when
question.
you hear it, you know what it means.
Conflated.
Yeah.
So I've heard you say conflated. We just now had this conversation about conflated. I can't think that I'll just naturally use. I'm gonna have to force myself to use
You're
this
gonna be
word.
looking for opportunities,
Sure.
and you're gonna overshoot.
You know what that is? That's conflated. Super conflated.
That's exactly what's gonna happen. Actually, we should. Okay, let's. We're all gonna play a game this week. The first person to use it in a business setting wins.
Yeah.
All right. I have
like
a
the
call
best.
tomorrow at 8 a.m.
Okay.
I will win.
No, let's not do first. Let's do best.
Okay,
Let's do
all right.
best.
It is funny though. I'll do that often where I'll use a word, and then if I'm writing in an email or something, I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's right, but I can't define it, and so I have to look it up. I'm like, man, I'm good.
Same thing.
That's fantastic.
If I say something, if I see something, I'm like, I'm pretty sure it was 1995. I don't just stick to it. I like have to look it up, and it's always right. I never trust myself, and I'm like, I know I saw
as
that.
you guys know, I trust myself every time.
Explicitly.
I used to write papers. I used to wake up in the morning because I can't do anything late at night. I just don't have the brain power. I have to wake up. I have to wake up early. So I would wake up at like 3 a.m. to finish a paper that's due that day in college. Literally, I would go sit in the recliner with my laptop, and we bought Snuggies for like as a joke, and then they were
But
awesome.
also you loved it.
And then
This is such a funny joke, guys.
I would have the Snuggie on, and I would literally be leaning back. I'm not going to lean back because it's not in the mic, but I would be leaning back
with your eyes almost closed.
with my eyes basically closed.
I've seen this version of Marcus.
typing
many
this
times.
paper. Then I would turn in the paper. I would get it back, and I would read the paper, and I'd be like, "That's pretty good."
Oh, so when I had to do that, I think I
don't
told
even
you.
remember writing it.
I think I told you guys this when I was reading for the audiobook. I was like a little concerned because I was like, "That's my first book. Like I have to read it back out loud." Like
There are moments you're gonna be like, "Oh, dude, that hit. I hit that one."
I was like, oh, "This is really good." If I do say so myself.
I hit that one.
We're so humble.
Rem,
I am the most humble person.
I feel like
know.
you pushed this one, and then I was like, "Yeah, it's on our list. It was on our top fresh top 100."
Yeah.
What do you love about this movie?
It defines crime movies for a decade. Now, I think that I was thinking about it, and if you watch it for the first time, it's not going to have the same impact as it does because this movie is the precursor to a lot of other movies' twists. And they do it better now. Like if you do a movie 30 years from now, the graphics, the storyline, you have learned from all the people who came before you. And so if our kids watching this for the first time, they've probably seen movies that do it better, but it's not going to have the same impact.
But in 1995, this was monumental.
For sure.
Yeah.
I can think of like, I don't know, 5 or 6 other movies that have this profound of a whoa at the end. Like Fight Club being one of them, which also came out at what, 94, 90?
No, it was
99?
99.
So like in the 90s, you ran out of space to really have those aha, like whoa.
Wow, Fight Club
twists.
feels so much newer than this movie for some reason, but it's only 4 years
older. And it would have been being produced about that time because it took forever for that movie to get made.
Man, but it feels new. I don't know why, but...
Yeah, I can see what you, but because what I'm saying, like this has that LA Confidential, like that 80s feel to the filming.
It does feel more 80s than 90s.
It does, yeah.
You know,
and
another reason it feels older, and I have this in the What Made Me Think.
Yeah.
Is that the script, the screenplay? It feels more like a play.
Really?
Yeah. In the same way that older movies, like I got very like Glengarry Glen Ross vibes, and I don't know if that's just because Spacey's in both of them or not.
Could be.
Oh, and there's a Baldwin in both of them, but it felt very like Glenn Ross to me.
I see what you're saying. I don't feel that. I felt more. I see what you're saying though.
Who's Spacey playing Glenn Ross?
He's the guy. He's the manager.
Yeah,
he's the manager of all that.
I have not watched enough
That is
of
the
that
most
movie.
legendary actor. Like, I mean, so many Oscars and Oscar noms in
Really?
that movie. Oh yeah.
I didn't watch. I've only
It's
seen
got
clips.
Pacino. It's got Jack Lemmons.
Oh.
It's got.
It's yeah,
I mean, it's an all-star cast.
Second place,
but it's not
got
a great movie.
a set of steak.
What?
knives.
Glengarry Glen Ross?
I don't think it's a great movie.
You don't think Glen Ross is a great movie?
I don't.
It makes me feel bad, but it's an amazing movie.
I think it's an amazing play. I think it's a decent movie.
So I need to watch that. I've never seen.
Have you seen the play?
Yeah,
Okay, well
I've
then
never
maybe that's
seen
skewing
Wall
it.
Street either.
Oh boy,
Michael Douglas.
we
Wall
could
Street.
let's put that on the list.
I'm putting
Yeah.
both of those on the list as we speak.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I like Glenn. I'm not saying it's a bad movie.
Yeah,
I don't think it's a bad movie.
it's hard to miss with those actors. It's also got.
I guess my point is
Alan
like-
Arkin is in it. I love Alan.
I just
Arkin.
wrote that on my sheet of paper that we will never look at again.
I know. I want to
It's
be
okay,
clear when I
producer
said
Nate will listen.
When I say I'm putting it on the list right now, that was just a mental note. So when I'm listening to this again later,
So Benji, if you could remind us,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
great.
Remind us April 25th at the live recording.
there we
That's
go.
coming up,
If you don't
boys.
have fat.
I should
It's
start.
only like
doing
3
my
weeks. Yeah,
homework.
we need to start.
You mentioned the
pushing
Baldwins.
that
So Stephen Baldwin's in this. Stephen Baldwin, if I recall, is the one that radically finds Christ and radically changes his
Correct.
life, right?
Oh, wow.
This was my first note.
Yeah, Stephen-
Jessica goes. Oh, this was pre-acquire the fire.
Yeah.
Stephen Baldwin.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think there was a time where he was the biggest movie star out of all the brothers.
Yeah.
And then
Wow.
Alex surpassed him. But he. So here's my question though: who's the better actor, Alec and Glen Ross, or Stephen in this?
I like Alec better.
I do too.
I don't know that Steven's a great actor in this. I love watching his character.
Brett loves his character in this movie. He was.
I love
fun.
his
Really?
character, and I love Kevin Pollak.
Kevin Pollak.
Those two, I
Kevin
could
Pollak
watch.
is fantastic.
It's
I could watch all
classic
day.
Kevin Pollak. I will say Kevin Pollak seems to play himself in every movie.
That's
So-
fine.
It's the same character as. I mean, it's the same dry humor that he has in.
He
Few Good
definitely
Men.
he has a very similar delivery,
And that's okay.
Did you
In a-
catch
feel
it?
comfortable watching
in a
it.
Vince Vaughn way.
I
Yeah.
forget which. I think it's in the scene where
Owen Wilson.
they're on the
Vince Vaughn.
20th floor.
Kevin
The remodeled level of the office building. He's blowing smoke rings in the background.
Oh, really? Kevin Pollak is
15 smoke rings. They're perfect.
out of cigarettes.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Jinx.
Do you blow smoke rings with cigarets?
I think you
I
blow
don't,
smoke
personally.
rings with anything.
Ripping fat clouds.
30-second
We
synopsis.
haven't smoked hookah in a long time.
We almost smoked
Speak
hookah
for
tonight
yourself.
for this episode. Marcus, I saw you counting over there. What are your 9 words for the usual suspects?
Okay. 5 repeat offenders get used in an elaborate scam.
Now, that's always going to be impressive. However, the reason it's really impressive is because I just finished the same drink that I know you just finished.
I haven't finished it, and I'm not slurring like you are.
I feel great. Feel wonderful.
One drink, Brett.
I'm telling you, 14 cherries next time.
This is that dude. Okay. What a young Giancarlo Esposito.
Dude,
So you're talking
that's
about
one of my notes.
I was like, that can't be.
I've never seen him play a black guy.
For sure.
He's always like I always think of him in Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. He's
But-
the
Maybe it's since Breaking Bad. Most of his roles are kind of similar.
Breaking Bad is the show that taught me that if you own a restaurant, you can be best friends with cops and get away with things.
So now
Hopefully
that's
they don't
what you
listen
do.
to this show.
So now that's what you do. Got it.
You just got to mess up in the right jurisdiction.
He's a great actor.
He's so good.
I mean, Giancarlo Esposito, if you haven't seen Breaking Bad, he's the chicken guy.
It was weird though that
It was-
he was a good guy.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I've ever seen him in a good guy role.
Have you seen The Gentleman? The
Yeah.
new guy, Richie Gentleman?
No, I haven't seen it.
He plays a bad guy in that.
Yeah, he plays a bad guy so well that I think that now he's a little bit typecasted.
He's a good guy in Jungle Book.
Jungle Book.
Yeah, he plays Akira.
You know what? It was the moonshine plus this.
Brett's over there doing math. Brett's not even listening to the show right now.
He
doesn't even listen to it.
He plays who?
He plays the Bagheera, or he plays Aquila, the wolf, the head wolf.
Oh, come on.
Well, I'm just saying.
That's
a good
kind
guy.
of a bad guy.
That's a good
I guess he
character.
does
he's
take him in.
the
He
lead
takes
wolf.
him in.
He's Mowgli's dad, basically.
Yeah, but you don't see him.
By
This
the way,
is
Mowgli,
the live
great.
action Jungle Book.
Yeah.
This was the first time, though, seriously, that I've seen him play just a black guy.
Yeah.
And that's why you don't recognize him right away. He's a lot younger.
He's got some weird facial hair. He's super young.
Yeah, but he's not.
I'm like,
he
I know
has
this
no,
guy.
He has no Central American accent,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it throws me because he does pretty much all the time.
Yep.
Slam poetry time. I'm going to tell you right now.
Just go with it.
All right, here we go.
Just roll.
I don't. It's pretty random. I know most of the time it's not. Paint mixers have the same sound as gunshots. That's the mobster from the Bronx Tale. Marcus wouldn't know. It's like all the troublemakers from high school all get to hang out together. Do none of these guys have kids? Having kids has got to limit crime potential dramatically. Kevin Pollak blows some legendary smoke rings. How is this the only great movie Stephen Baldwin has been in? The Gimp with the limp played them all. What a pimp.
Is that the end?
That's the end.
I think that's my favorite slam poetry.
What a pimp.
So
That was good. That was
Chaz
good.
Palminteri is who you're talking about. You must really like A Bronx Tale because you've brought it up in several episodes.
I mean, I knew him right away. Yeah.
He's Sonny in The Bronx.
I don't.
Bronx Tale.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, we know.
Bronx Tale's 93. It's amidst all those gangster movies. It's good. De
Yeah.
Niro's in it.
Yeah.
De Niro saving his boy. Mickey Mantle. Mickey Mantle's doesn't care about you, boy.
Mickey Mantle.
Yeah.
He does so Chaz Palminteri, Dave Cujan. Fun fact, I try to look up who almost got the role. Pacino was offered that role.
That makes sense. Pacino as a cop, though.
Yeah, I mean Pacino's played a cop in a couple things. I mean he's a cop in
Straight shooter
Sicario.
every time.
Huh?
Is he?
Does he play a
He's
straight?
not a straight shooter cop in Heat, right? Is
Right.
Heat the one where
No,
Heat
I
has
think
come
you're
up
thinking of
many
Sicario.
times.
Insomnia. One of the ones he plays a bad cop. He is straight in Heat. You're right.
So you said
Yeah.
Pacino?
Pacino, yeah.
Pacino, yeah.
This is gonna bug me. I'm gonna look it up.
Well, in Pacino's autobiography, Heat definitely comes up as a important moment for him. When you
Well,
did
it's just a
Heat.
massive role. It's a massive movie.
Yeah.
Breakout movie.
I've
for
never
him.
seen this
Serpico.
before, but I was looking up Stephen Baldwin.
Dude, he's in
Under awards.
Biodome.
Under awards.
Did you say he's a palindrome?
He's in Biodome.
He's a palindrome. He's definitely not a palindrome. No, under awards.
Are we all laughing because we know what a palindrome
There are Stinkers Bad Movie Awards, and he's won Worst Supporting Actor.
Oh my gosh, that's so true.
I looked through the movies he's been in. They're pretty bad.
Yeah,
They're pretty bad.
yeah. Dude, this is like got to be the only one, and that's what's funny is he was the biggest actor. He was.
So did he do TV?
No, he was just in a bunch of like action movies.
He really like radically changed after he became a Christian.
Yeah.
And like wouldn't do certain types of movies.
To be honest, I haven't seen him since then though.
Yeah.
So okay, so
Well,
Serpico, Serpico, he's a cop in Serpico. Literally, he is the cop
The
in
cop.
Serpico. And then I'm trying to look up this movie that he's the bad cop. He's
You know what?
Isn't that it?
we went on
isn't
a-
that the point?
No.
We went on a Reiner run. Maybe we need to go on a Pacino run.
oh, I will.
There could be worse
I will
things.
totally support a Pacino run.
Yeah. Pacino run. Hey, while you're looking it up, we're talking about what made us stop and think. Do you guys know where the paint mixer moments of my slam poetry came from?
No.
There is some amazing.
I do
did
know.
see the.
There's some
paint mixer.
amazing
That's at the beginning.
camera
I
work.
knew it was going to be Kevin Pollak.
There's some amazing camera work in this. There's amazing directing. Some of the cuts like that where you It's a very
Think one
tense scene.
thing.
Yeah. And you hear and you're like, oh, that's gunshots. Maybe just me. But it was a paint mixer. And I had a couple moments that really stuck out to me like that, where I was like, I appreciate that. It was good stuff. Bronx Tale, I hope this motivates you to watch it someday, Marcus. Or go see the musical.
I'm waiting until we watch it for the
Carlito's Way. I don't
Ooh,
know. I'll look it up.
Carlito's Way is Chris Heigl's favorite movie of all time, I believe. So maybe we should add that too. Is that Pacino as well?
Yeah.
So Serpico, Carlito's Way, you guys wouldn't be upset?
Oh, I would not be upset for any Pacino movie. I love
We could
Pacino.
definitely go on a Pacino run, and I would be fine with it.
Great. Good stuff. Well, hey, what made you guys...
It should probably include Scarface and Dog Day Afternoon.
Oh, man, Scarface is great.
Devil's Advocate.
Devil's Advocate.
Scent of a Woman, his only Oscar.
That's true.
Hoorah!
That movie is weird.
Scent of a Woman, he's a blind dude, and he drives a Ferrari down Broadway.
Yeah.
Broadway? Whatever.
What, with
Main
his
Street.
with his eyes closed.
With his... No, you don't know that his eyes were closed. They could have been open. Doesn't matter.
Scent of a Woman was with...
Pacino.
With who's the woman?
I don't know.
There's a lead actress. I remember that from the autobiography.
Let's look it up.
He was very, very close with... Who? There was a certain lady.
Martin Sheen. Oh.
No, Diane
Keaton, that's right. It wasn't her, though. I brought up that scene where they're in the lineup. It really does feel like they're like kind of making fun of each other for saying the line. Do you remember what the line is?
Oh, so funny. I do remember, but
something
we can't,
MF
we,
or something
we can't-
something.
Yeah, we can't say it.
It's so funny. It is like the troublemakers in high school getting to like
Oh yeah.
hang out. Like they all know each other's.
They all knew each other.
Yeah.
They knew what each other had done. They're saying ridiculous things.
So it's pretty well known. I wouldn't be shocked if you guys already know this, but what the fun fact of all fun facts is that whole scene was jacked up. They were supposed to play it straight. Benicio del Toro kept farting, and they couldn't stop laughing through the entire take. So instead of changing it, they just left it in and made it look like that was just part of the characters.
Oh, that's great.
And so that's the beginning of the movie.
Dude, Benicio del Toro, I don't know what he was doing with that accent. It had to have been on purpose. But he's
supposed to be a Puerto Rican from a part of New York, I'm assuming.
You could barely understand him.
Oh,
It's so funny. Every time he talks to
then you go try and make a point.
In that one, he says it in English, and they go, "English, please."
So, do they ever say that Spacey, aka Verbal
Kent.
do they ever say, does he somehow devise all of them getting in the lineup, or is that a
he does. He does all of it.
Well, how do they explain that?
They do it. They explain it by talking about what Söze, right? What's his name?
Kaiser Söze.
Kaiser Söze. They explain it by talking about what Kaiser did.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
The henchman explains all of it.
Kiyobashi?
So once you find out that Verbal is Kaiser, you know that he orchestrated the whole thing.
Orchestrated all of them being pointed at for this specific crime to be in the slammer together at the same time.
Yep.
And the henchman being Kiyobashi? Kiyobashi.
I don't know if that. I don't. No. That was a made up name.
Well,
Correct.
the lawyer, whoever.
No, the henchman dude that shows up, that he looks like he's Irish because I think
Pretty
he's
boy. The pretty boy that is friends with Baldwin.
Oh,
No,
That's giving him the job.
That's not who I'm talking about.
Oh, who are you talking about?
I'm talking about the henchman
That's on fire?
No, the guy that explains to all five of them that they're royally screwed and that they have to go do this job.
That's Kiyobashi. I know he uses the name on the cup, but it's told to us that he's
Kiyobashi is the Asian.
the guy working for Söze.
Okay, the guy that
supposedly.
works for Söze, and he does work for him.
Yeah. That picks him up in the car at the end.
Yes.
Yes.
That's Kiyobashi?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
No, is that his real name?
Kobayashi,
I don't know.
by the way.
Kobayashi. Sorry. Sorry. He eats hot dogs as well.
Sorry. It didn't occur to me in the entire thing that guy's name, because I'm looking at him, is Kobayashi.
Yes.
That's not his name.
That is who it is, though. So anyway.
Okay, gotcha.
But it is on the bottom of the coffee cup
He's
as well.
the one that explains it all to those guys.
So what's interesting about this movie, and what I think makes it even better knowing this, like you talk about watching it the first time, the twist at the end is monumental. So then a lot of people, when they go back and watch it, they're watching it for clues to see.
Yeah.
And the director literally says, and by the way, he's also known in the Me Too movement, so it's, again, scandal noted. But he talks about filming it in a way that there are Easter eggs and paying homage. So like, for instance, every time they say Kaiser Söze, they, within the few seconds after saying it, pan to Kevin Spacey and certain little things like that. Because what I was telling Brett before is like, they do such a good job of misdirection of making you think that Keaton is either Kaiser Söze or not, but not that any of the other guys are.
Well, Jessica told me this. None of them knew
Facts.
who he was.
Correct.
Oh, during filming?
Except for Kevin Spacey. And they didn't know that Kevin Spacey knew because he didn't do that. So,
And they got mad about it.
well, no, just one. So all 5 of them are sitting in the screening, and at the end, they find out there was extra, like, I guess there was more filming going on just to confuse them. And so essentially Bryan Singer had filmed a bunch of other stuff to confuse them. They show them the final thing where Kevin Spacey basically comes out, and the guy, again, this guy, I haven't seen him in a lot of other stuff. Gabriel Byrne, who plays Keaton, was so mad that he stormed out of the screening, and it took him like 30 minutes to calm down. Like the
Why was he so mad?
Because he thought he was Kaiser Söze.
Yeah.
Oh.
He literally thought it was going to be him. Like,
Yeah.
And can you imagine though, like that's pretty epic.
He is the most.
That's awesome. Is what it is.
He is the most. So the guy who played Keaton is the most famous-looking actor that
That's
I
not
actually ended up
famous.
not being famous. I
Dude,
looked him up on like, oh, I can't find you in
for
anything.
sure.
But I would have sworn he was in.
He's
stuff.
in Miller's Crossing for, but like you watch Ballerina, he's in that now,
Yeah.
which is like the most. But I'm looking through these movies and you would not know them.
So when you, I had this down as a note. When you are going away and you change your email, what is that called? When you're going to be on vacation,
Out of office?
out of office, out of office email.
Vacation responder.
Do you guys, any of you guys, remember changing your voicemail for when you're like going on a trip?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't had a voicemail for 20 years.
I remember, it's, hey, send me a text if this matters. I remember us changing our answering machine when we were going somewhere, like every.
Hey,
whatever.
bad guys, if you're calling, you have 10 days.
Dude,
before
what
we
a
come
bunch
back.
of idiots. We're so
Hey,
dumb.
I will say, though, Blake Shelton has a great song called Austin that is fantastic, that deals with this exact. Do you guys know this?
Really?
You guys know
give
this
us
song?
Cliff Notes.
Cliff Notes is chick leaves, okay? She decides to leave this guy, right? Whatever, a year goes by. Some certain amount of time goes by, and she calls him, and then he says, if it's this day, I'm doing this. If it's this day, I'm doing this. P.S. If this is Austin, I still love you. Her name is Austin.
Okay.
Okay. So she calls, gets the voicemail, calls again, gets the voicemail again. It's changed, but it still says P.S. This is Austin. If this is Austin, I still love you. Then she leaves a voicemail and then says P.S. This is Austin, and I still love you.
So, a couple things.
And it's a great song.
First thing,
Highly recommend.
probably would have been faster to listen to the song than hear Marcus describe it. Second of all, I think we're all confused why he would make a song like that, a boy name, and confuse us doubly.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know either.
Unless there's something deeper there. Brett, I'll let you explore that.
Maybe.
It's a great voicemail song. Speaking of phones, this
And
is one
Blake
of my
is a
notes.
girl name just for, to bring that full circle.
Blake Shelton
not
is
a
the is
girl
he
name.
is he Blake, I get all of the country guys confused. Blake Shelton is the one that was on The Voice for a
Yes.
number of years.
Yeah.
Great guy.
So
Is he married to Gwen Stefani?
He is.
He is?
Yeah. Cell phones.
That's a girl name.
Gwen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Stefani.
thought you were talking Stefani. Yeah.
Cell phones.
Stefani Bell.
So Giancarlo has this huge cell phone, and it got me thinking.
Time out. Who is John Carlo?
The chicken dude from Breaking Bad.
Chicken Boy.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
The
So
black
that's his
Jack
real
Bear.
name.
The black cop.
His name
That's
is
his
Jack
real
Bear.
name. That's
Jack
his real
Bear.
name. I got you.
Jack Bear in the
Yep.
show.
So he's got this.
He is not a
huge-
Jack.
He's got this huge
His
cell
name
phone.
is Jack Bear.
I
in the
know.
show.
I know, but it's not. He's not a Jack.
All right.
He's got a huge cell phone,
Yep.
and it got me thinking. Cell phones started off; they're very big.
Yeah.
Then they got small. Now they're pretty big again.
Yeah.
What's your preference
Small.
for cell phone size?
100% small. They got rid of the iPhone 10. They wouldn't let me buy it again. I tried to buy a third upgrade in a row.
Yeah.
Wouldn't let me do it.
I
They just
know.
stopped me.
When
And
you say small, like
dude, would fit in my back pocket, and you wouldn't know I had a phone. In
I
my back
want
pocket.
smaller than this.
Yeah.
really?
I
Yeah.
do.
I watch so much stuff on my phone that I actually like the size. This is actually the perfect size for me. Even on the I have an iPad on flights, and I still kind of prefer the phone. I don't know why.
I don't like iPads either.
I just hate stuff in my pockets in the first place. So small phone is. Yeah.
The first phone I got, the battery was bigger than the phone. The Motorola's.
The battery was,
It was
bigger than
massive.
the phone.
The first cool phone I can remember was
Razors.
I don't think I had a Razor because I didn't have a phone
I had a Razor.
until after.
Razors, chocolates. Chocolates were
Dude,
cool.
I remember my dad had one of those Nokia bricks, basically.
Yep.
And I vividly remember sitting in the truck while he was going and doing something, so excited that I could play Snake.
Yeah, I was gonna
on
say
that,
Snake.
on that phone.
Snake was on that game.
On that phone.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember all the kids who had like the nicer stuff before me. I would always get like the dumbed down version. So like people had Zelda. I had some off-brand Zelda game called Ilarn or something like that.
Did you ever play the Noah game for Super Nintendo?
I didn't have Super Nintendo.
Some kid I knew had it.
Like Noah and the Ark?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
you build an ark and put animals
you
on
had
it?
Drew Hollingsworth.
You had to go get all of the animals.
Oh,
And it was very difficult.
I know most people listen to this show for like all of these spin-off conversations that we have.
Mhm.
So I'm going to go a little deeper. I was in Arizona for spring break, and the girls go on a horse riding thing, and there's this guy who owns the horse ranch. He has horse riding. He's
Worcestershire.
got this rock shop, like minerals and rocks and gems and stuff, and he's
Scamming
selling
your kids.
No,
Scamming your
he's
kids.
selling dinosaur bones. And I'm like, okay. I go in there and I go, here's the thing.
You mean oil?
How do I know that these are real, and how do you know these are real? And he actually got kind of defensive, and I was just kind of joking. I ended up buying one of these dinosaurs. It was $100, and it was like the cheapest one there. And it was polished, and it shows a bunch of stuff. I have a dinosaur bone, and like, I have no idea of like knowing if it's real or not. But he was selling like this mammoth musk. It said extinct 4,000 years ago. So when we start talking, I'm like, "How old do you think this is?" And he's
70% of the
it's like
time, it
billions
works
of years
every
old,
time.
and I'm like, "Well, then this is definitely not real." Because I don't believe that. It was actually a really good conversation. That's for another time. But I have a dinosaur bone.
What bone, if you found out it was that bone, would you be most disappointed of?
It's a dinosaur, bro. It doesn't matter. The vertebrae is basically mostly vertebrae.
How many
like,
dinosaurs can you name?
T-Rex, Velociraptor, Pterodactyl. I said that weird. Stegosaurus. There's more.
Brachiosaurus, Brontosaurus. Are we supposed to know more than this?
Triceratops.
Triceratops,
Well, I'm just
yeah.
saying he was acting like you would be able to name a dinosaur that you'd
Do
be
you guys believe-
disappointed.
No.
Listen,
I meant bone. Like
this-
a bone. Like a shin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you gonna
So
be
he had
pinky?
some of them. He's like, this is definitely a femur, and he showed us like how he knew it and all this. And like, do you guys believe that this dinosaur bone is real that I have?
So you've
Probably.
never seen Joe Dirt?
No.
Oh man, there's this point in Joe Dirt where Joe Dirt thinks he has this meteor, and it ends up being a
Is that peak David Spade?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it probably is.
Well, he did SNL as well.
Yeah.
Well, that
There's
was
probably some
before.
SNL we didn't see that is pretty epic, but yeah, probably. I don't know, man.
Dude, this
Black
weekend-
Sheep
Tommy
and
Boy?
Tommy Boy is pretty.
Dude, this weekend.
But he's not even the funny guy in that.
This
Farley's
weekend,
the funny guy.
Colin on
Jose?
SNL, he had Black Snape on.
Oh no.
It was so. I'm not gonna do it justice, so I'm not gonna tell you guys about it. But go
Was it
watch it.
Was it
because-
Keenan?
No, I don't know who was playing him, but it was so funny.
So that Weekend Update is the only
Yeah.
redeemable part of
For
that show,
sure.
but it's so funny.
For sure.
I like when they write each other's.
Oh, yeah.
And they're
Yeah,
forced
joke
to say it.
swap.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, like SNL as a whole has got to be like staying alive by reels.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
Well, I think that's true. I think that
Maybe even
they
Fallon and
create
all those guys.
that they do. They create that stuff for social media now.
Yeah.
They
So
have those segments.
Joe Dirt is eating fries and ketchup off of the meteor, and he's so proud of this meteor.
Yeah.
And some guy comes to check it out. He's like, "That's not a meteor." He's like, "I just tested it. That's a big hunk of poop that came out of an airplane, and they just dump it in the middle of nowhere, and you got it now."
Nice. That might be what I have.
Or a human bone.
Yeah.
Could
No,
be a
it's definitely
human
not a
bone.
human bone.
Why is it definitely not a human bone?
Because of the size of this
How big
bone.
is it?
There's no bone that
How
this
big
could
is the
possibly-
bone that you just bought?
It is a round, flat bone that could only have been drilled out of like a much bigger bone. That's this. There's no human bone that would look like this. Are you looking at my hands right now? Can you see my hands?
I am.
Trust me, audience.
Okay.
It's a dinosaur bone.
When they're first in that jail scene, dude,
Dude, that clip right there, I'm going to play for Rem's kids in like 10 years. Listen to your loser, Dad.
that in the jail when they're talking forever.
He probably found it though, right? No, he paid $100 for it.
It was the cheapest one too. This dude, he probably films like how to scam people, and he's like, "Listen, put all of these at 3,500. Put 100 right there in the middle. You sell a ton of 100s."
He got you good.
Dude, he had the most beautiful. What do you call it? A mammoth musk for $35,000.
Wow.
And I was like, "How do I raise money to get this?"
All right,
thing for my
Marcus,
office?
jail cell. Jail cell.
in the jail cell.
Yep.
One of the things that I thought was awesome, just from a script, cuts, directing, all of it. They're talking back and forth, four of them, for quite some time.
Yeah,
And Verbal has not said a word.
right.
You don't even realize
They don't even know he's in there, like based on the filming.
you don't even realize he's in there.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it points to him and he starts talking. And again, I couldn't remember all the details, but I knew how it ended, and I remembered like that he was the guy.
Mm-hmm.
And in that moment, I feel like that's one of those Easter eggs almost,
Yeah.
where it's just like, this is clearly the dude that's in charge. Like the silent one
Yeah.
is the one you got to watch out for.
Yeah. Well, and the commitment that he has, the character now, the commitment that the character has, that Kaiser Söze in this
Yeah.
case has, getting beat up by Keaton. So he's
Yep.
like limping around everywhere.
Yep.
He goes to Keaton's house, and Keaton's like basically punching him for his ignorance.
Yeah.
And he's just taking it
Yeah.
to play the
My
long
note
con.
was-
Also, there's a time where he like drops the cigarette because he can't use that hand.
Yep.
And the guy has to light it for him.
Yep.
There's lots of little things where he's, I guess MS is what he's faking he has essentially.
But I think most people don't have the lack of ego to pull it off
Correct.
all the way through, which
Correct.
is the impressive part.
Right. Modern day bad guys.
he won for supporting
gangsters.
actor for this, right?
Yeah, this is one of his two.
Yeah.
So he's one of only 6 actors to have won an Oscar for both lead role and supporting role.
And again,
he's-
we're not talking about him as a person, which, we're happy. Like we're glad that he's being held accountable for those things.
For sure.
But as an actor and what he did here and in other stuff is really incredible.
Yeah,
He's pretty elite. But what's interesting is like so Glengarry Glen
Is
Ross.
American Beauty his?
It's his.
Is that
his other Oscar. I can look that up.
I bet it is.
But I'll tell you right now, like
That movie's messed up.
I was doing some research, and it is messed up. That is a very messed up movie. That's a good way to put it. I was doing research on this this movie and other movies, and specifically Spacey, it was brought up that during Glengarry Glen Ross, he went on record saying he was just enamored by Jack Lemmon's. And if you look at Jack Lemmon's like career, it's almost like Kevin Spacey wanted Jack Lemmon's career.
Yeah.
But Jack Lemmon's was so like lovable and played characters that were lovable. And if you look at Kevin Spacey's roles, like, and this isn't true for everyone in Hollywood. Like, there's a lot of bad guys. Like we talked about the Christian guy that, what's his name? Which, by the way, is in Angels in the Outfield.
Yep, he is.
And he's phenomenal in that. I think that's actually my favorite role he's ever been in. He's hilarious in Angels in the Outfield. Who is that?
He's like dopey.
But
I'll figure it out.
Look it up. By the way, you're right. It is his other best actor was in American Beauty.
How crazy is it that you give him the Oscar for best actor for that role, and then there's issues with him later on.
This is what I was going to say. Like, not everyone who's a Hollywood casted as a bad guy also is a bad guy in real life. But like, he was always a creepy character. Like, can you name any one of his roles where he wasn't kind of creepy in the delivering of that role?
What's the movie where he's a teacher with a messed up face?
Pay It Forward.
Love that movie.
I do love that movie.
Love that
and
movie.
that could be the only. Even that one, he's not like this warm, lovable character.
I don't think he's warm and lovable.
He's an odd bald guy.
Right.
I mean, yeah.
And by the way, not all warm, lovable characters. I mean, we see Bill Cosby. Like, none of this has to do with who they are in real life, but it is just interesting. He wanted to be like Jack Lemmon's, and there was no shot with how he got typecasted.
So wait, if he's supporting actor in this,
Neil McDonough.
Neil McDonough.
Is Keaton the main actor? Who's lead?
That's a really good question, because I thought the same thing. They have to be saying that Keaton was the lead actor in this.
By the way, Keaton at first, because he has such a recognizable face, I thought he was the guy that played Green Goblin.
Is there a lead actor in this?
Yeah, William Dafoe. He looks like William Dafoe.
He looks like William Dafoe for sure.
Willem.
Sorry. Do some movies not have a lead? Do some movies have just a bunch of supporting? Is that?
I don't know. I don't know how you would name any of these the lead.
If there's a lead, I think it's Keaton. Would be my.
I think it's hard not to. I think it's kind of a cheat code that Spacey wasn't the lead in this. He's literally. Like,
he's narrating. He would be the lead if there's
the narrator, but he won.
Could that be
Best Supporting
Could that be
role.
an Oscar strategy as
for
a
sure?
director?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I thought he was Green Goblin. Absolutely. I thought something interesting.
Dude, I love Willem Dafoe.
Do you really? What a weird. Talk about creepy dude.
He does creepy roles really well.
Yeah, he is just a creepy.
He was
guy.
in a movie Riley and I just watched.
Boondock Saints.
Nope.
Did you ever watch The Lighthouse?
No. It was about. Did we watch? We didn't watch it for the podcast. I don't think. It was about all these.
You watch movies not for the podcast.
It was about all these assassins that go to the same hotel, and
It's good content,
dude.
Keep
great
thinking
content
about it, bud.
New
a
York's,
bunch of assassins that go to the same hotel sounds like John Wick.
It was John Wick. We did watch it for the podcast.
Yeah, he's in that.
There you go. Nice.
I couldn't help you there because I did not watch it.
New York's finest taxi
and you still
service.
haven't
I still have
it.
not seen John Wick.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I need to watch
New
it.
York's finest taxi service. There was a point in time where New York was known as like the worst city in the world for crime,
cops
right?
were worse.
Yeah,
the cops were worse. The cops were worse criminals than the regular criminals.
Yeah. Thought that was
which is interesting how they worked Keaton into that whole thing.
Those cherries are good.
He was a cop.
Keaton was a cop originally. Yeah. The cherries are great.
I don't even like cherries.
13 more.
Really?
Not that much.
We had cherry pie for Easter Day. Happy Easter, by the way. Happy Easter.
You know, as The Briefing Albert Mueller follower now, I'm going to start calling it
The second best
Resurrection Day.
podcast.
Resurrection Day.
I
or,
like that.
as CJ would call it, Victory Sunday. Big fan of Victory. Just that whole defeating death. We thought, the first time around we did The Passion. We thought this would be a good follow-up. Go listen to Passion of the Christ if you haven't heard it.
Which, by the way, if you listen, sorry, I'm like eating this cherry into the mic.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you listen to the first like 15 minutes of Passion, it's just like our other shows.
It is.
We don't talk anything about the
100%.
movie. We don't talk anything about the Passion of Christ.
I'm pretty sure that we say some I'm pretty sure at some point I make some comment.
It's pretty racy, actually.
Yeah.
But it is by far Our most successful episode of all time.
I think we say some questionable things in that.
So I watch it every Good Friday. I watched it on Saturday this year. Man, it's very powerful to go to service the next day after watching.
For sure.
Totally.
For sure. I remember we talked about this, I think, on the show, but the Passion of Christ, I remember going with my dad. I remember feeling guilty that I didn't cry. I wasn't as moved by it as some of the other people. I will tell you I was much more moved since having a family, having kids, being deeper in my faith. But what I think is going to be interesting is watching The Chosen for 4 seasons and really, really falling in love with this character of Jesus, and then seeing the same thing happen. I'm not sure how deep, I'm not sure how brutal they're going to go, but I hope he...
I think it's going to... I mean, they're doing an entire season...
on just the weekend.
They're doing an entire season that's going to go from... Because he's already been arrested. He's already been arrested.
Right, so it'll be Friday through Sunday.
Well, time out. So it essentially ends with
him being
Garden of
arrested.
Gethsemane.
Yeah, right. But with Judas's kiss,
right,
and then like right after, then it's done. Right, season 5 is over. Okay.
Yeah, so Friday is when he gets in front of Caiaphas, and
but it's going to be Friday to Sunday.
How do you know? Because the seasons have been so zoomed in so far. I could see them having 2 more seasons until we get to crucifixion.
No, they've said that they're going to do 7.
They're showing behind the scenes.
Yeah,
like Instagram's coming out with
they've said that they're
going to
do 7 seasons, and that the 6th season, that like we know that it ends.
So
with
season
the
7 will end with the resurrection.
No, 6.
Season 6 ends with the resurrection.
So we just saw 5.
So season
and then
7 will be
season 7
some
is
acts.
the time. Well, season 7 will be the rest leading up to Ascension. Would be my guess.
I think it's more compelling what you said, like seeing the disciples going out.
Well, I think they're gonna
because it's
do
the
that.
Chosen. It's not actually the story of Jesus. It's the story of the disciples.
Right. So I think they're gonna do that too.
Oh, as a spinoff?
I do. They're gonna have multiple spinoffs.
Yeah,
and
they should.
And they're gonna do some Old Testament stuff, which I'm very interested in.
I'm really excited
because some of that Old Testament stuff that they've done as flashbacks has been really cool.
For sure.
And really
David, like the David character is really cool.
Okay, I just caught on this. Maybe you guys already did. Yusuf, who is I think he's a Pharisee, but he's like kind of like hey guys, we should check out, like Jesus might be legit.
Yeah.
Do you know how Yusuf is actually going to end up being? I think Joseph, the one that gives the tomb that he owns.
That's not a Pharisee.
Isn't Joseph
I don't believe he's a Pharisee.
Joseph of Arimathea?
Yeah.
No,
the guy whose tomb they end up using?
But that's he's not a Pharisee.
He's wealthy.
He's a wealthy man.
It could be Yusuf's dad.
Oh, maybe. Okay.
Because Yusuf's dad is very wealthy.
Okay. That would make sense. Mm-hmm. I thought there was a little name play there.
Close.
Anyway, hey, watch The Chosen. Listen to our...
I'm wearing a Chosen shirt right now.
Notice that.
It's very soft.
He gave millions of dollars to get that shirt.
My wife...
Did he?
My wife bought the shirt.
It was not millions.
No.
Sorry about that.
I have thought about giving enough to go and be in some of the scenes.
Oh!
I've considered it.
Flintstones. That's the other movie I know Stephen Baldwin from.
that's the one that he won.
Barney?
Yeah.
That's the one that he won Worst Supporting Actor for.
Yeah, but I remember that as a kid. I remember that movie.
I remember Love Shack on that soundtrack, and it was epic. It was great. It was awesome.
I barely remember that movie.
Speaking of Stephen Baldwin, his double kill cross shot was awesome.
That was... He's like lining it up.
Great.
It's not quite as cool as Kevin Costner as Robin Hood with the arrows.
Yeah.
But it's close.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty awesome. Now,
by the way, both right in the forehead.
So what are they trying to tell us? Keaton is unwilling to kill anyone until the end. What are we supposed to?
What do you mean until the end?
Who did Keaton kill at the end?
Some guy running towards Kevin Pollard.
Yeah, I feel like at the end he kind of accepts like I'm gonna die, so he doesn't see anywhere else.
I don't know if it was
the whole time he was fighting against.
Yeah, he was trying to be out. So like that was the whole narration was he's trying to be out of crime.
Yep.
He's been scared straight by his girlfriend, or he just doesn't want anymore. He's trying to out. But I think that whole scene is 2 things. It's trying to give him the opportunity to show the struggle, but then it's giving Kevin Spacey the opportunity to show his first sign of crazy.
I'll take care of this.
Yeah.
Get out of the way.
Which I also thought, this is the note that I wrote down, is I felt like at times, having watched it before and now watching it through the lens of knowing what's going to happen, I thought the director was kind of bold in a lot of the choices that was pointing back to Kevin Spacey. I was like, that's kind of like...
But it teaches you, like, we really don't know. We miss him. Like,
Maybe.
I don't think you can be...
Unless this was my first time watching it, then it's like, wow. It was too bold. But I don't think it was my first time watching it.
And I've been known to be way too naive and like, oh wow, they got me. I always get it wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
I always get it wrong.
The whole movie is about, is it Keaton or is it not? And it's a lot of misdirection.
You're supposed to think it's Keaton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're leading up to, and we've talked about the kind of Kobayashi tall building skyscraper scene where they're on the 20th floor. They're hijacking him essentially, and then he goes into the meeting with, is it Finster? What's his girlfriend's name? What's Keaton's girlfriend's name? Edie, whatever. Dude, the camera work, I don't know if you mentioned it or caught it. There's a point where it's like glass that you can't see out of very, very well. But what happens is Keaton is watching this meeting take place, and it's not until this guy steps in the perfect point where he shows up in the guy's shadow. It's just some of the camera work in this movie is...
Yeah, I missed that.
I did too.
It's so good.
I saw her look up at the empty space.
And she couldn't see him because of this glass. It was just... It was really cool how they did it.
Huh.
Really, really cool.
So one of the things that I wrote in this moment is a great henchman or consigliere, or whatever, is invaluable if you're a criminal.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I think about, like, I've watched Blacklist. I don't know if you've seen that before or not, but Red, the main bad guy in there, has this main person that he puts all of his trust in, that does so much of the background and the dirty work for him, right? Oftentimes, that person, is the one actually carrying out the orders and doing all the things, and
Count
even
of Monte Cristo,
even telling everyone what to do, so that in some ways, the main person's hands are clean,
protecting him. Yeah.
Well, he almost that type of role also supersedes the guy himself, because once that guy dies, he's still there. Like, he almost can be there to take, you know what I'm saying?
But he doesn't take over to be the guy.
He stays in that, almost like with Godfather.
Yeah, that's what consigliere.
Yeah, he's right. He's right in that role. So he's kind of depending on. It doesn't matter who's in charge. He's going to be the right hand.
Was it this movie where he was describing what the best gangs, what makes a gang so powerful? At some point, I watched a lot of movies on vacation, so I might be mixing them. But they were basically saying how it's not the most guns, it's not the most troops, it's what you're willing to do that no one else is willing to do. Was that this movie? Maybe it's Peaky Blinders? I don't know. I'm mixing it all. But
I think that's Peaky Blinders.
It's very interesting. Basically, they were basically saying everyone thinks that to be the best gang, you have to have the most guns, you have to have the most troops, but it's truly having people that are willing to do literally. I thought it was this movie because Kaiser Söze is willing to kill his own family.
Yes.
It is this movie.
You're right. It is this movie. Yep. Because they show the clip of that.
He's basically saying which also I hope was a lie based on.
Dude, I don't think so.
So you think Kevin Spacey killed his own family?
I do.
Yeah, maybe.
He also made himself long hair in that one scene. So.
Well, that's another thing that throws you off is like this guy's an Indian. Like you're not thinking Kevin Spacey.
What we're doing though is the way that they're able to pull that off is that he's the one telling the story.
Right.
Right? And so he's got details in there that you're just not aware of, that you don't know if they're true or not. I guess.
One thing I was just kept waiting to happen that never happened. I'm like, did I see a different cut, or am I just mixing movies? I thought they showed Kevin Spacey shooting Keaton at the end. I thought they showed his face in the hat, and I never saw that. Because when they're going through the montage of all this happens, they never show Kevin Spacey's actually the one who's Kaiser Söze. They just show him walking different at the end. But you know what I'm talking about? I was waiting for them to show that scene differently, where he's actually the one that pulls the trigger and kills Keaton.
No, because he's the one telling that story every single time.
Yeah, but no. At the end, the cop's recounting it.
How brilliant is it, by the way, that he gets immunity?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the only way to do it.
I know, but it's great that he gets immunity, goes in, tells this whole story, and then walks out.
Yep.
I mean, that's pretty awesome.
That's one of my hidden gems. Is I think in addition to how epic the twist at the end is, it's how he lies.
Yeah.
Using all the different things in the office, and where they're showing you the different places where
and
he
the
just
whole
concoct
time
this huge lie.
you're thinking, is he just yanking this guy's chain, or is he just ridiculous?
Yeah.
Like, when I was in Colombia and we were making coffee from the beans that we picked.
So that's one of my favorite lines. That is a subtle foreshadowing. Is when they're all in the jail cell. You just got done saying, like, they're all four of them talking nonstop. He's sitting in the corner.
Yeah.
And they pan over to him. And they said, "What about you?" And he goes, "Well, people say I talk too much."
Yeah.
And Kevin Pollak says, "Yeah, I was just going to tell you to shut up."
Yeah, exactly.
And you're like, that's weird that they says that. But then later it all makes sense. Like, he just starts rambling and babbling about stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, that makes sense. So they bring it all together there.
I said Ruffalo totally would have played the cop.
Totally. At one point, I was like, I thought it was Ruffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if they remade this today.
Which is slowly
that's his
becoming
role.
one of my least favorite actors.
I knew you hate him. That's why I wrote it.
No,
in.
I love him as an actor. He just needs to shut up about all his,
yeah.
I mean,
I
What's he
just
going
don't
off
pay.
about? What's
I just
his-
don't pay
everything.
attention.
He just goes off about everything. Like, he's always he's whining all
As
the
a
time.
human?
Yes.
Just- yeah.
He's whining about everything.
I just don't
Not
pay
a fan of
attention to that
whiners?
stuff because I like that they entertain me. So I just don't worry about the rest.
Totally.
Dance monkey.
Exactly.
Stop.
I mean,
the talking.
listen, if they want to impact other people, that's their prerogative.
You guys shut up
just-
and dribble. You shut up and do your lines.
I didn't say that.
I don't
didn't
say the same
that.
thing.
To be clear, I didn't say that.
I know.
I think there's a way. I'm glad we're talking about this. I think there's a way to do it. Like, I don't want guys that I agree with to whine. Like, don't whine. Like, take your stance and pick your battles and whatever. But goodness, you sound like you're just a whiny baby.
So, did you see what's the Billie Eilish?
Yeah, what about
She
it?
went on she accepted an award and it was
Yeah.
like, we gotta give this land back. This is ridiculous. You know, we don't need any billionaires. So then they found out she built her mansion on Native American land.
Yeah. Yeah, because one of the writers is like, you first.
and then somebody from that community reached out and was like, she has not reached out about giving us our lands.
So dumb. So dumb. Why she goes on stage and she goes, "If you're a billionaire, why? That's dumb. Give the money back."
Dude, the distance between her and a billionaire, it even if financially it's more, it is less than this. It is the distance between her and a normal Joe Schmo is wider.
Way
for
bigger.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I don't know that that's true.
The amount
From
of
a
people,
lifestyle standpoint, I think so.
Okay.
I'm talking that's why I said not
I
the
thought you meant-
financials.
okay, gotcha.
Not the just lifestyle standpoint.
Lifestyle shit.
Yes.
I would actually argue. I would say it's harder for most people to get to how financially fit she is than for her to become a billionaire.
Well, I think that's probably true too.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it. In some ways, saving the first $10,000 is a lot harder than going from 10 to 100.
Yes. Yeah, we've all
Right.
heard that and we've all experienced that. Like,
That's what I'm saying is like each threshold
yeah.
is actually easier to achieve.
But
So
there's
from a million to 10 million, Rem, can you help us out?
Okay, here we go. You would know if you'd stop flying everywhere. Kelsey was the one who pushed me to go on the spring break, and I was like, if we're if we're gonna start spending our money instead of saving it, spending it on the kids, like it's pretty good place to spend it.
Yeah.
Like those memories is pretty cool. Now, do we need to fly every time? No, we don't. We don't need to fly every time. We can drive.
Arizona's very far.
No, we're not going to Arizona
We
anymore.
might go to
That was fun.
St. Louis.
Yeah, St. Louis is about the same experience.
I can ride horses in St. Louis.
I can find some arrowheads for you guys.
They probably got
There might even
dinosaur
be
bones
dinosaur
there.
bones.
They got dinosaur bones there.
Now,
for sure.
I will say, since the Rams left, I've heard it literally jumped to number one.
Dude, we did a
Crime and
conference
stuff.
there. Probably
Violent city.
2 years. No, it was probably 5 years after they left. It's
It's rough.
yeah.
Yeah, but you could do like Gatlinburg or something. You know, you can do a lot of that same stuff.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Tennessee is
5 hours
pretty
south,
great.
you get about 20 degrees higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nashville's nice-ish weather.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it was 70 plus degrees here while you guys were gone.
A couple of days it was.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
We had a blast in downtown Indy on Saturday.
I forget what we did, but we had fun. I put together 2 electric scooters and a 3D printer. We had a lot of birthdays this spring. So
Sounds cheap.
we didn't buy them.
Oh.
Which I don't know what I'd rather do. Put stuff together or buy it. And that's a genuine...
I'm in the same boat, bro.
Hold on. What was the question?
He doesn't know what he'd
I don't know what I'd
buy
rather
it or
pay for it or put it together.
I mean, pay for it.
Why don't you just pay somebody to put it together?
Yeah.
Especially since you didn't buy it.
What are you saying?
I don't
Buying
know
it-
whether I'd
buy-
be the one responsible for paying for it or putting it together.
Why do you have to
I'm
choose?
describing how annoying it is to put
things
together things.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all agree.
Okay, great.
Producer Nate is the answer to all your problems.
It is. He would definitely put it together,
What happened to-
especially...
And then you're supporting his family and your family.
What else happened to Chris? Chris used to do so many things.
He'd probably do it for Parks Place gift cards.
Probably. You can buy those from me.
It's like Monopoly money.
Chris did used to do those things. He'll text us about this when he listens to this in 2 years.
I got a fun fact for you guys. So all the actors took pay cuts on their usual fees to get this movie done.
Oh, interesting.
We've talked about this in the past. Now, this was before Kevin Spacey was huge.
This
Like,
does
he
have
was
an
actually
Ocean's 11 feel to it for sure.
Oh, really?
I
Like
think
the,
so.
The camaraderie of the
Yeah,
cast?
yeah.
I mean, Ocean's is, in my
Better.
opinion, way
It's.
beyond.
I agree.
But like we've talked about this before. Like the team taking a hit, taking a cut on your own personal finances for like the actual like finished product is probably. I mean, for your own legacy, which is what most actors. I mean, if you're an actor and you're just thinking about your own legacy, how people think of you, and how much money you have to play the game that you want to play,
Yep.
is probably most important to you. So if you take a pay cut on something that could be epic, you will then be able to raise your fee and get more fees, and you put a piece of work of art that is like goes down in history.
Not only that, but if you're willing to do a different part, like the Glenn Powell
totally,
thing.
yeah, and the Top Gun,
Yeah.
yeah,
And Tom Cruise being like, no, dude, you want to be in this movie.
yeah. That's wild that he even considered not.
I do want to hear a horror story of someone who did that in the movie Bombs.
But that's not. But they're doing these movies in 60 days. Like you're filming in 60 days. Just do it and go on to the next one. There's no way you're taking like you're looking at the rest of this ensemble and being like, well, that's a risk not worth taking.
Yeah, agreed.
That's fair.
You know?
Was the director famous at this
Yeah.
point? Or?
Yeah. So this guy, I mean, obviously, has gotten a really bad rap.
Yeah, what
since
else
then.
did he
But
do?
Bryan Singer was. I mean, he's big in the X-Men. So he did X-Men. Did a couple of the X-Men all the way from the 2000s to 2014s. He did
Okay.
Superman. So a lot
Which
of
Superman? Like
Superman.
the old ones?
Superman Returns. He was a producer on that.
But this was it. So this kicked him off, though. I mean, this is before.
he's been
any of that.
recently canceled. Recently.
No, but this movie really leaked his
yeah, I
career.
would say this was like big for him in the beginning.
Did this take off right away? Did you see anything on that when you were
I can look that up.
looking up? This feels like a movie that I could believe took off right away, but it also feels like a movie that I could say.
I mean, I
hey,
can give you
it took a
the
while.
answer with money. Opening weekend was 640,000. Gross was 23 million when all was said and done on a budget of 6 million. So yes, it took off. But I think even more than the cash was the narrative at the time. As I was listening to some other shows and stuff, like it truly defined, the 90s for crime movies.
What's his name? Bryan
Singer.
How do you spell Bryan?
Why?
Okay.
Yeah, doggy
Because
dog.
I said so. Nobody?
Kevin Pollak, you like him better in Few Good Men or this?
Man, So that's interesting. We said Kevin Pollak always plays Kevin Pollak. Those are two very different roles.
I think they're different roles, but I would
But
argue
he's
the
still
same
playing himself.
character.
Yeah.
Oh wow, he did Bohemian Rhapsody.
Maybe
huh?
recency bias, but I think I'd pick this one.
Really?
Yeah.
I think he has.
I would pick.
Few Good Men. I would as well. I think Aaron Sorkin's lines coming out of his mouth. The fun fact that I don't know if we talked about this when we did A Few Good Men because I saw this clip afterwards. Did we talk about the fact? So Jack Nicholson only filmed for a couple days, and they do this thing in film where they will do retakes of the same scene from a different angle for different characters. So Jack Nicholson had already flown home. He had already shot his shot, and Pollak basically tells Reiner, "Hey, I can do a good Jack Nicholson impression. Put me in the seat. I'll do the impression, and we'll get the other shot," because the shot was supposed to be of the judge. You don't even need Nicholson. You just need his lines with the same speed, the same timing. And Reiner said in the cuts when they were doing it, he accidentally put Pollak. It was so good of an impersonation. He actually put Pollak doing the lines in the movie.
Oh, wow.
Caught himself, which was a really big compliment to Pollak.
That's
obviously.
awesome. Which is funny because Tom Cruise had a great Jack Nicholson quote in the movie.
Right. I thought it was funny.
Yeah,
I thought it was good.
hilarious.
Marcus didn't think he played a very good drunk.
I did
No,
not.
it was a drunk. It was a drunk that clearly had never been drunk.
Yeah.
It was one of those. Anything else made us stop and think, boys? We also got any more additional quotes, hidden gems?
Got a fun fact for you.
That's what all these.
A movie we have covered in the past was where the title came from. It is a line in one of the most famous movies of all
Oh,
time.
I know. Casablanca.
Casablanca. Round up the usual suspects. That was what gave inspiration for the title.
See, when you do trivia like that, I'm good. When we have to do
Cover
numbers,
trivia. So when we
have to
talk
do
about
numbers,
ourselves, Marcus is good at it.
Yeah, true.
What was the question at trivia we went to for Clay's event? And we said the answer was Caitlyn Jenner. I can't remember the question, but it was
Brett's having his own moments over there.
hilarious. It was a
Brett has his own
hilarious
show over there.
question.
Quote. Really? I live in Queens. Did you put that together yourself?
Yeah. Paul, that's a Pollak line.
That's a Pollak line.
Greatest trick the devil. Let me start over, guys. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world that he did not exist. What do you think about that line?
It reminded me of Paul Harvey.
Yeah.
In fact, it might be in Paul Harvey.
Didn't we talk about this?
No.
Or did we not?
And Paul Harvey says, "If I were the devil."
It reminds me of the Paul Harvey monologue, though, for sure.
Well,
He does talk about that in the "If I were the devil, I'd convince the world that I'm not real."
Yeah.
I think that's it, right? I mean, that I'm listening to 1984 right now. It's very similar. It's like what you're doing is you're and the devil, he does this like even with Eve, you know? It's like, well, did God really say that?
Mm-hmm.
And he wants you to be the one that decides what's good and evil. You know, in
the
Romans,
devil can't make you sin.
in Romans, God gives you over to, like Paul talks about how God's going to give you over to your passions and things. Like, hell's the absence of God, which is really just you destroying yourself, which is a lot of what we see in society today without God. You know, it's really interesting. I'm not saying there's no hell, but what I'm saying is that
Does 1984, the novel, address God?
it does. It addresses,
Or is it all allegorical?
It's no. What it does is they've removed religion entirely.
Yeah.
You know,
Is that the same writer as Fahrenheit 451?
I don't think so.
It's the same writer as Animal Farm. George Orwell.
Yeah, Animal Farm. Yes,
Animal Farm.
not
yeah.
Fahrenheit.
Yeah. Okay. But same concept. Like,
I can't remember Fahrenheit very well. I read that
it's
a very long time
it's where they burn all
ago.
the books. Like, they're trying to take away all education, all religion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what's interesting is that it's similar-ish to what you see a lot of in communist Russia, right? Like taking away religion, saying this is what's best for you. Interestingly, they take away relationships. So they would encourage marriage, but really only so that you could have some kids. So if you didn't have kids, they encouraged separation, but you weren't allowed to get divorced. And they take away sex completely. Like they
Unless you're having kids?
No, like even then, the only purpose of sex is to get pregnant.
In 1984?
Yeah, that's it. The society itself. The only purpose of sex is to get pregnant.
What prompted you to read this?
I don't know. I've just been picking books to listen to while I
Classics.
run. I run.
Well, it's the acknowledgement that birth rate matters, but we can't let you.
You have to have a replacement society.
Yeah.
But what they don't want is people feeling anything. They don't want people having emotional attachment to anyone at all. And the way that they brainwash, especially the women, into believing that sex is this terrible thing is really, really interesting. Anyway, what else did I write down for quotes? There were some good ones. So now I'd like to exercise my right to free assembly. That's a Stephen Baldwin. I thought that was great because they don't want. This is
in the jail.
Yeah. Him talking, the criminal talking about the right to free assembly while in jail, I thought was pretty funny.
So there's another Oscar winner in this group. Do you guys know who it is?
Not from this movie, but just
from this. No, not from this movie, but like from this ensemble of actors. Can you guess the other Oscar?
The other Oscar winner?
Mm-hmm. Might surprise you.
Well,
the police chief.
Does director count?
No.
Okay.
Police chief.
No. Benicio del Toro.
Oh, yeah.
Traffic.
Absolutely, I should have known that.
Traffic, great movie.
Dang.
That is a good movie. One cannot be betrayed if one has no people.
Who says that?
Verbal.
Spacey.
Yeah. One cannot be betrayed if one has no people.
I'm looking up to see if Bryan Singer had any other. He was nominated for 4 Emmys, no Oscars. He is the director of House.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Great show.
It's an all-timer.
I believe in God, and the only thing that scares me
is
Kaiser
Söze. The line before that is what makes that line so epic.
Yeah.
I can't remember it. He's like
It's like the only thing I can't remember. It's something about if you don't believe in God. I don't know. It's if you don't believe in God something. And then he's like, but I do believe in God.
And the only thing
that scares me is Kaiser Söze.
Kaiser.
There's nothing that can't be done. That was a line that I thought was interesting. When they're talking about
you think he shot his family. What was the line he delivered as to why he shot his family? He didn't want his family to be in a world where...
Now that they've experienced this, I'd rather them be dead than...
Experience what?
Well,
the just
so
trauma.
The trauma of the pillaging.
Yeah.
I think there's also a one cannot be betrayed if one doesn't have any people. Like if you don't have any attachments, if you've got nothing,
complete loner. I'm not.
Then
there's truth to that.
All right.
Probably.
This is the first note I wrote down. I forgot to come back to it. Kujan says, first day on the job, you know what I learned? How to spot a murderer. Let's say you arrest 3 guys for the same killing. You put them all in jail overnight. The next morning, whoever's sleeping is your man. You see if you're guilty, you know you're caught. You get some rest. You let your guard down. You think that's true? You think you think...
I feel like you'd always think there's a chance.
I think I would have the terrible night's rest.
Unless you were like a career criminal. then
Maybe.
Yeah. You probably think.
I think that's the
about it.
point. Is like you're not the person that killed somebody.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Well, that's true. So maybe maybe it is impossible for me to think like the murderer. Yeah, I would get a bad night's rest. Thank God I get terrible rest.
Don't you think about that though? Like, take murder out of it. Have you ever done something, lied about it, and you're like keeping up that lie? It creates a lot of anxiety, and then you're kind of outed. And although it sucks, you sleep better.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's the idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
From a psychological standpoint.
I don't
Makes
know what
sense.
you guys are talking about.
Yeah. Right.
Rating.
Apparently, you didn't have Kathy Mangus as a mom.
Rating time. Yeah, I got away with everything. Rating time. I am an 8.1.
I'm a 7.4.
8.
Yeah.
All good. All fair. Hey.
After the discussion with you and Riley, I thought you'd be much lower. Maybe she just said,
Oh, no. It's just we came off Chef.
Chef's good.
Chef's good.
Go back and listen to Chef.
Dude,
and
it's
watch
such
Chef.
a good movie.
You guys left and I watched it again.
You know what? Screw it. Even if you don't listen to our podcast on it.
Well,
like,
I
watch
watched
the movie.
it.
Do
I
yourself
watched
a
it
favor.
like the
But listen
week
to the podcast.
before we decided, because we decided kind of last minute that we were going to do it.
Yeah.
So I watched it back-to-back weeks.
Yeah.
And Jessica and I watched it together both times.
Yeah.
Like, we love that movie.
Mucho goodo.
Yeah, mucho good
hey,
for
are you
sure.
guys seductive poison? Are you guys gonna?
Ooh, I
are we
should start
starting?
that.
Okay, we'll push it. We'll push it.
60
We'll
or
push it.
70%
Well,
true.
here's the deal. We've got Devil Wears Prada 2
Ooh.
queued up because of a release.
You mean Devil Wears Prada? Because Devil Wears Prada 2 is coming.
Oh, good call. That'd be impossible. Because of a release, should we flip flop something in the queue?
I am always game to watch Devil Wears Prada. I love it.
But we're
Yeah.
trying to line it up with the release.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So
Yeah,
let's.
we should. We
Okay.
should, yeah.
Okay. So stay tuned. You'll find out what that is next time you listen. And then after that, remember the Titans live at Books and Brews, north side of Indianapolis.
We are going to blitz all night.